morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, and welcome back to another live stream. Oh, hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Oh, hello, hello. How's everybody's week going so far? Very excited to get back on here with you guys. Get another chance to get another New York AM session in. The conviction the conviction comes from the experience. We got to put the time in every single week to build that conviction. Morning, good morning, good morning. Hello and welcome back. Hope everybody's week is going well. Take some time to say hi to the community before we get into any information here. Good morning, Revolution. Good morning, Peyton. Good morning, Muhammad. Good morning, Mario. Good day, HMH. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Matthew. Jason, Mr. Reckless. Good morning, Tatiana. David. Thomas. Good morning, Michael. Good day, Hamza. Good morning, FX Trades. Good morning, Virgo. Good morning, Mint. Ad, what's up? Jack, what's up? Doug U, what's up? Bust a Move, good morning. Yassine, good morning. Global FX, good morning. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Good morning, Zicky. Good morning, Maggie. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Uday. Larry, what's up? Sleepy, what's up? Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, Ian. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody's week is going well. Hope everybody's day is going well. Good morning, Vivian. Jericho. Yared. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Darky, good morning. Joelle, good morning. Trader Kyra, good morning. Let Me Trade, good morning. Gaetano, good morning. Kevin, good morning. How's everybody's week going so far? Morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Got another 9 minutes before New York Open here, so we'll begin to get into some information here shortly. Hope everybody's day is going well. Hope everybody's week is going well. Very excited for this weekend. I had mentioned it before. We are doing an in-person event in Florida. Tomorrow I'll be flying down to Florida to do a two-day in-person event. Would love to meet you guys. Anybody that gets a chance, come network, come socialize, come get some education. We'll be talking trading. We'll be getting a workout in. We'll be networking. Would love to meet anybody that's around. Good morning, good day. Hope everybody's day is going well. Get into some information here shortly. So, let's take a look. Got New York Open coming up here in about 7 minutes. Get over to the economic calendar so that we can understand time. Game plan for me always remains the same, so if it's repetitive or not, this is how I engage with the market. I'll always gladly publicly document my journey in the market, but that's what you have to understand. This is how I operate in the market. Not here to say what's right or wrong. I'm here to share my journey. And if there's something that you can learn from my experience, that's the entire point of it. So gladly will share my game plan, gladly will share my journey with everybody else, and then provide the logic behind the decision making. You'll find me here doing that on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the day for the public live stream on YouTube. Then we do Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday in the premium group. This week we have non-farm payroll. So let me put the weekly calendar on here. So for anybody that's been working with me for some time, they would already know that Wednesday to Friday of non-farm payroll week, the time to avoid. Simply because of non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll and CPI are our highest volatility drivers. They induce the most amount of volatility in the market. They are the most volatile red folders. Okay, so this is where you, as an independent thinker, as an operator of your own business, determine whether you can accept the risk or not. In a more volatile market, if you're going to use the same position size, it is going to be riskier because price is going to fluctuate more. If you want to mitigate that risk and go lower size, then okay. It sounds like maybe we have a chance at accepting that risk. But I'm pointing this out because risk management is the #1 key at all times. So before you even engage with the marketplace, if you're not accepting of the risk, then you should not be moving forward with executing. If you're accepting of the risk, then okay, we'll start to analyze the markets. But you have to understand that we have non-farm payroll this week. Okay, so for that being our most volatile red folder, sounds like there might be some anticipation for it. So we need to keep that logic in the back of our minds. Now, point to something where you can see the anticipation. Before I get into a bias, I'm just pointing here, show the anticipation. When identifying a daily profile, we analyze the prior sessions. Analyzing the prior sessions, we can see that Asia session, blue lines, right? Both Asia session low and Asia session high were both swept by London session. So what does that mean for a daily profile? Throw it in the chat if you know. When London session sweeps Asia sessions high and low, what type of information does that provide? When London session sweeps Asia sessions high and low, what kind of daily profile does that incite? Very good. Very, very good. Right, so search and destroy, which search and destroy is a consolidation profile. What would they be consolidating for? They're consolidating for non-farm payroll. building liquidity on both sides of the market. Consolidation. Right? So the purpose of that comment was to point out the anticipation that I had mentioned on the economic calendar. Right? So it's not just logic that I'm providing. I'm also pointing to the data in price action. You can identify a consolidation profile when London session sweeps Asia sessions high and low. If today is going to be a consolidation profile, that sounds like logic that would be anticipating non-farm payroll. Okay, so now that you have some logic to base some of your decisions off of, what would be the most efficient way with engaging with a consolidation profile? Throw it in the chat. Where does the best opportunity present itself in a consolidation profile? Throw it in the chat for who knows. In a consolidation profile, where does the best opportunity present itself? Amazing job. Amazing job. And thank you for everybody that is participating. I greatly appreciate any of the responses. In a consolidation profile, the best opportunity presents itself at the extremes of the range. You want to be looking at the extremes of the range to position yourself to aim at equilibrium of the range. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll just do it in replay real quick. Right, here's the range here. Asia high to Asia low. The extreme of the range here. We engage the extreme of the range, and when we do, we create a change in the state of delivery to then target equilibrium, which would be 50% of the range. That's what a consolidation profile would be used, right? And you can do the same thing here. You go and engage the extreme of the range. Then you would look to target of the range. Okay, so the best opportunity in a consolidation profile is from the extreme of the range back to equilibrium of the range. Okay, so that's the logic that we'll be moving forward with today. Now that New York has opened, okay, let's take a look at the extremes. If price engages with one of the extremes, then we'll look for a move back to equilibrium of the range. So now that we got prepared for New York Open, the first thing that I have to say is that you, as an independent thinker, have to decide whether you're willing to accept the risk. Right? It's Wednesday to Friday of non-farm payroll week. Is that really the time that you want to be pushing the button? What I have to say is think in terms of risk instead of reward. Are you willing to take the risk? That's what it comes down to. In a more volatile environment, are you willing to take the risk? If you're even willing to take the risk, that's when we start to get into a game plan. Right? Set the game plan, then look to execute the game plan. So we'll wait. We'll wait to see if NQ engages with either side of the range before taking a look at anything. We can take a look at other things as well as we're waiting. We could take a look at CL. This is from the private group earlier this morning. I can explain the logic behind this trade. So the logic starts right here. And this is exactly how we build a game plan. It starts with obtaining a bias from the daily chart. We can clearly see that price swept a swing high, so external liquidity. When price sweeps a swing high, we look for a move from external to internal. Right, so that would be a bearish bias. And now, at an important level, go in looking to do something bearish. Right, here's your external here from the daily. And look what we get. Swing high. Really see it. Swing high. Swing low. New high. New low. Breaker. When you pair a FVG aligned with the breaker, that's when you get a unicorn. Right, so this is what you saw on the screen heading into the chart. That's because the premium group was provided this information when it was confirmed. Swing high, swing low, new high, new low. Very clear and decisive displacement. FVG being aligned with the breaker block. After it was confirmed, gave a nice entry. After the entry, it went nicely into profit. Okay, so that's CL for this morning. Leave that here and we'll come back to it. See if we'll get anything in NQ or ES yet. Just dealing in the middle of the range. For anybody that has issues being patient and selective, right now is going to test that patience. NQ and ES are just sitting in the middle of the range. In my opinion, this is not a location to be doing business. I have no problem sitting and waiting and aligning myself with the game plan. Provided the logic of search and destroy, so we'll look to execute search and destroy. Look at the extremes of the range. If it never engages the extremes of the range, that means it would be a time to sit on hands and wait until it does. Okay, so now that we got some analysis done, now that we're sitting and waiting for something to take action on, start to get over to the chat. I wanted to make sure I got some analysis done first as New York just opened, so that we have an idea for price action. There has been a lot of questions, so I'm not sure where I left off. If you guys don't mind, I'm just getting to the chat now, so if I missed your question, feel free to just throw it back in chat and I'll start going. What do I think about the daily on NQ? This is what I think about the daily on... Okay, so when I'm determining a bias, looking at swing highs, swing lows, and FVGs. Those are the locations that generate a bias for me. Price is above a swing high or inside of a bearish FVG, I have a bearish bias. When price is below a swing low or inside of a bullish FVG, I have a bullish bias. The most recent thing that NQ reacted to, a daily bearish FVG. Right? FVGs are considered internal liquidity. When price is currently located at a bearish FVG, I have a bearish bias. If we just rebalanced and imbalanced, the next thing we would have to do is go to a level of liquidity. So I'm looking for an internal to external move. That's what I have to say about NQ. Hey, are you still using StatMap? Yes, I am still using StatMap. And what are your rules for trading at 8:30? This year, I'll be starting my trading at 8:30. I'll look to execute from 8:30 to 11, and I'll be executing in ES and NQ. Rarely, I'll trade CL, but I don't trade forex. Haven't traded gold. Can you pull up gold? Tapped into a daily FVG. Very nice job. So this was a beautiful move. We had external here to internal, and then internal back to external. Okay, so in terms of moves here that we could have captured, when we ran above the external here, you can look for a move back internal here. Once we saw support from internal, then we can then look for a move external. Now that we're external, right, we're above a swing high and starting to deal with higher time frame level, look for higher time frame SMT that aligns with that idea, right? Sweeping a swing high to a bearish FVG. Is there any higher time frame bearish SMT here? Is there any cracking correlation? That's what I would be looking at right now. I'm not interested in longing above swing highs. So if you didn't get the move from internal to external, I would no longer be forcing longs here. Be looking for cracks in correlation, looking for a move back internal from swing high or the bearish FVG. That's what I have to say about gold. You're getting your TP here on oil. Okay, if you go back to the original documentation, you've seen this here. Okay, so give me 2 seconds. I have to actually make sure the premium group knows of the TP. Seconds. Very good job to any of the oil guys that watched this with me this morning. On CL, why M15 instead of M5? Well, if you're day trading, you're either day trading the M15 or lower. Right? So if you're long-term trading, then you're trading the hourly and above. So whatever you as an independent operator feel most comfortable with, that's the time frame you should go with. The majority of my losses of 2024 came on the 1 minute chart. So I've been staying off the 1 minute. Do you take trades before 9:30 if the unicorn appears? As I just explained a few minutes earlier, this year I'll be starting trading at 8:30, looking to execute from 8:30 to 11 o'clock. NQ is reacting to an hourly bearish FVG. I don't think it's reacting to anything yet. As I was explaining earlier, we have a search and destroy daily profile. So we're currently in the middle of the current range, which means it's not doing anything. Thing is, matter of fact, since 9:30, right, we're still at the same exact price as the 9:30 price. So this is just consolidating. We had mentioned a consolidation profile. It makes sense that, you know, price is not decisively moving in one direction yet. So I have nothing to do here. I'll continue to wait on you. Continue to watch CL for now. For anybody that took that CL position, right, that's your first TP there. See if you can reach 2R for the second TP. Have you tried Sir Pickle's indicator? I don't know what his indicator is. Sorry. Brief daily profile, please. I need to know what asset you're talking about. I don't know. Can't just guess. You know, CL, yes, NQ, EU. Gotta just be a little more specific with the questions. Are you trading if price drops below low and closes target is swing high? I'm sorry, I don't understand that question either. Are you trading if price drops below low and the closest target is swing high? If you don't mind just being a little more accurate with the question. I'm not sure what that question is. Why were you bullish yesterday on stream? We were in a bearish daily FVG. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I pointed to a short yesterday morning at New York Open. Yesterday morning at New York Open, I was in the Escape Discord, 2 degrees Discord, and this is what I pointed to at New York. So bearish unicorn here. This is what I pointed to at New York Open, 2 degrees Discord. Same with ES. ES had the same thing, but it was a change in the state of delivery. It wasn't a unicorn. That's exactly what we spoke about in the day. Here was the change in the state of delivery. I forgot to mention, if any of this information is helping, you guys find any value in this content, if you enjoy being in the streams, please do me a favor, sub to the channel, like the video. That way you guys could be notified for when we go live again. We go live on every Wednesday, so come get some more experience with me. Spend a New York session with me. We're going to gladly continue to keep working all of 2025. Back to CL and see if it's up running to the next. W on the 5-minute chart for CL. Phenomenal job, Tatiana. M5 unicorn TP hit for my trade. Good job, Sharma. Hi, Ash. I may have missed the reason. What made you change your hunting hours starting 8:30 a.m. rather than New York Open? I'm looking to progress as a trader. I want to get better every single day, just like everybody else here. After multiple years of executing my model, the results speak for themselves. I had a better win rate in 2024 than I had in 2023. So I want to see if getting better will allow me to compound as well. So taking more than 1 or 2 trades a week, spending a little more time in the market, and notice how a little more is only 1 more hour. I'm just starting at 8:30 instead of 9:30. And this year, hopefully, we'll see. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to allow the fact that if I can take 3 trades in a week, that's great. I'm not going to go over 4, but last year it was only 1 or 2 trades a week. So we're going to start an hour earlier, and we're going to allow 3 or 4 trades this year. So Ash 2025 takes partials. We'll see, guys. You know, I'm a trader just like every single one of you here. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to continuously, relentlessly work and learn every single week. I want to do that right beside all of you guys. So you guys get to see firsthand all the decisions that are being made and all the logic that's being provided. A lot of nothing still in NQ and ES. ES is actually reaching for, but NQ is just, once again, stuck in the middle. I'm more than okay with doing nothing. Why did you change your trading hours? I literally just responded to that. I just answered that question. Hello, Ash. Please, why do you decide to trade at 8:30? Guys. Ash, what's the daily profile? I'm going through all this information, and if you maybe join the stream late or something, maybe start the stream from the beginning of the stream. And I can't sit here and answer the same question 100 times. We got to get through the information. Ash, why don't you use Apex anymore? I have 10 250K Apex accounts. If those get blown, I cannot purchase Apex accounts until 2026. So I've been taking them extremely slow because they told me I cannot purchase any more evals until 2026. Hey, Ash, what makes you start trading at 8:30? Sorry, guys, if I'm just going to skip over that question if I continue to keep getting the same question. If we reach TP1, should we then move stop loss to break even? If you would like to, feel free to. I'm not a signal service. I'm not looking to manage your trades for you. You have to understand your risk. If you're not willing to risk, then yes, that's what putting a stop loss above break even would be. Right? Partial half at TP1 and then put stop loss at break even would be for the people that no longer want to risk any money. Because if your other half got taken out at break even, right, then you would remain green on the trade. ES unicorn on the 5-minute. Unless you're looking up, I don't see any unicorn here. These are equal highs right here, so there's no stop hunt. There is no unicorn. Yes, 5-minute. Hi, Ash. Is it possible that a candle with almost no body candle, up or down close, could be a breaker? No, a bullish breaker will always be an up close. A bearish breaker will always be a down close. It has to have a body. Right? Like a doji candle, one that has no body because it has the same open as the close, that's neither an up close or a down close. So it cannot be a breaker. A bullish breaker will always be an up close candle. A bearish breaker will always be a down close candle. Can you please suggest the best forex pairs? Yeah, EU or GU or Dixie. Hi, Ash. How long have you been trading the unicorn? It's been 3 years. Before the unicorn, I was doing the same exact thing as everybody else here. Testing things, trying things, strategy hopping, options, crypto, futures. Just like everybody else, I am a normal human being going through the trading business. The unicorn model is what provided the best results, and that's why it's stuck. Just want to give some props to Ash. You made trading much easier for me. I already had experience, but your videos made it much simpler. Now passing your information off to others. That was a very generous comment, Cash. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All I'm looking to do here is to provide value every chance I can get. Trying to provide value through sharing my experiences every single day and being open and honest with my trading business, along with providing giveaways. The amount of giveaways that I did in 2024 is more than I can count at this point. Trying to get everybody else accounts. I'm running giveaways once or twice a month, every single month. So if you haven't definitely follow me on Twitter as well, because that's where the majority of the giveaways happen. I feel like I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't read. I feel like I try to complicate the model and sabotage the system. Is it a backtest problem? No, it really is simpler than you need to make it. Higher time frame order flow, higher time frame level, SMT at that level, entry function, right? So, go. Okay. Exactly what I pointed yesterday. Look at the time, right? Because time is the most important element. So at the time of New York Open, you get a bearish unicorn. The bearish unicorn occurred after sweeping out hourly swing high. When it swept the hourly swing high, it was also inside of a daily bearish FVG. That's it. Like you don't have to make it any more complicated than that. Higher time frame order flow is the daily bearish FVG. Higher time frame level is the hourly swing high. Right? Two bearish things. Then you find a bearish entry function at the opening times, here 9:30. After it's confirmed, you either accept the risk or not. Accepting the risk would be 33 points. So position size yourself properly to allow for 33 points of a stop loss. We enter at the beginning of the breaker, the stop loss above it, aiming for 2. Don't have to make it any more complicated than that. Higher time frame order flow, higher time frame level, higher time frame SMT for confluence, entry function during the opening time. So, who remembers that consolidation profile logic that we started the morning with? Anybody happy that we pointed out the consolidation before it happened? Any more discounts coming because I missed the Christmas one? We currently have no discounts. There will definitely be announcements if we do. Is NFP week a little different though? Maybe 1 to 2 trades of those weeks? Yeah, Wednesday to Friday of non-farm payroll week, I don't participate. So generally, there's going to be less trades if you participate less. Appreciate the explanation. Thank you. Yeah, anytime, JJ. Why can't you purchase that seems odd? What are you talking about? Persistence. What am I not purchasing? How do you catch entries on a continuation? The same way that you catch an entry on a reversal. At the important times, you get a higher time frame level. You look for SMT at that higher time frame level. Then you look for a unicorn aligned with that information. The model remains the same whether you're talking about reversal or continuation. Look for a unicorn during the important times aligned with the higher time frame order flow. Oh, why can't I purchase additional Apex accounts? I'm not going to speak for Apex. In my opinion, it's got to be a profit ratio because other people have taken out more money from Apex than me. Yet they told me I can't buy any more accounts. So This is pure trash action. Nobody should trade this. Yeah, I have no problem sitting on my hands here. Specifically stated to everybody heading into the session, wait for the themes of the range to be engaged. Price has yet to do that, so there's nothing to do here. We pointed out the consolidation profile. Ever since New York Open, all we've gotten is consolidation. Right? It's very simple to know to just sit on hands and wait until you get a higher probability setup. In what year of your trading did you become profitable, and was it with a prop firm? So my very first year, it was kind of beginner's luck. The first time I tried trading, I made a couple $1,000s. Sure, that's great and all. Didn't last long because I brought my wife on a vacation, and the other half of that I lost when I got back from it. So it was very up and down the first couple of years. The first year was beginner's luck. The second year was just purely testing, getting results, testing again, getting results, testing again, just continuously failing over and over again. The second year was also signal groups. That was half of the things that I was testing and didn't go well. So the second year was a complete wash. The third year was also a wash. So it wasn't until the end of the third year that I actually became profitable. So for all those people that are, you know, in their first month, in their first year, and you're not seeing the results that you don't want to, then all I have to say is you have to be more patient. You have to give yourself more time. You have to give yourself more experience. You have to put in more work. Put it this way. A doctor goes to school for like 15 years before ever even getting paid for his career. So what makes you think as a trader that you should be profitable within the first month of trading? What's the difference? Right? Just put in the work, put in the time, collect the data, and then objectively analyze the results. Gonna take time, and it's more than okay if it does. Everybody's on their own path. It does not matter when it happens. It only matters if it happens. Whether you make it in your first year, whether you make it in your 5th year, whether you make it in your 10th year. It only takes 1 year to recoup all the losses from before and become profitable. It's only a matter of when, not if. Was I profitable in 2024? Yes, I was profitable in 2024. Are you going to stay in a trade at 9:30? I'm not in a trade right now, so maybe I'm not understanding the question properly, but I'm not in any. Time to elevate the psychology channel. Yeah, I'm pointing them to your channel then, Yara. I mean, the work that you've done over there is absolutely incredible, and I do greatly, greatly appreciate everything that you've shared. So, guys, if you haven't checked out Yaro's psychology, got a Spotify page, he's got a Twitter page, you definitely got to check that out. For anybody that's in the community, they would know because this man puts in a lot of work and provides a lot of information in the psychology section. It's some very valuable stuff. Ash, yesterday you were bullish going into the day. You showed on stream what looked like buy side of the curve happening. That why you were initially long biased. Once again, I was not long biased yesterday. How many more times I'll have to say it, but if you look at that stream, the only position that I pointed to during that stream was a short for both NQ and ES. I don't, not exactly sure where the miscommunication is, but this was the only position that I pointed to you. I took that trade yesterday. Phenomenal job. Congratulations if you did. Gold, possible 5-minute unicorn. See what checkmate is looking at. I can see probably why you said possible, right? You had the stop hunt there after tapping the daily, but it never closed below, so never got confirmed. So it's not there yet. I can see why you said possibly. It just didn't come. Very happy. Thanks for the tip on consolidation. Yeah, so who in chat is still flat because the logic we provided in the beginning of the stream of a consolidation profile. Who actually put the information to use? Right? Who is flat because we said that we had to wait for one of the extremes of the range to be engaged first. Write flat in chat if you're flat so far on NQ this morning. I am flat today. Right? This is exactly why we set a game plan and then execute the game plan. Go back to the beginning of this live stream where we set the game plan and we did it all together. We analyzed the fact that London swept Asia's high and low. Because of that fact, we pointed to today being a consolidation profile. Then, understanding how to use a consolidation profile when the market opened, we specifically stated that we'll wait for, that we'll wait for NQ or ES to engage with the extreme of the range before considering anything. And look at what NQ has done. Nothing. Nothing at all. So we did end up getting the consolidation that we pointed to pre-market. And hopefully the disciplined operators would know that there's no position to take here. The impulsive emotional operators probably tried trading something. Like, we need to understand that just because price is moving does not mean that we need to be in a position. Once you get away from the feelings of needing or wanting, that's when we can objectively analyze price. We need to be able to view price without being influenced by any type of person, emotion, feeling, thought. Know thyself. Know thyself. I would 1,000,000% rather take 1, 2, 3 trades a week instead of needing to take a trade every single day. I'm a full believer in less is more and quality over quantity. And today that's helping. Patience is a virtue. Patience is the bridge in which discipline meets consistency. You want to be consistent in your trading? If you want to be disciplined in your trading, you'll have to be patient. you don't mind, just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to take a sip of water. All right, thank you for your patience. Yep, so everybody's saying 5-minute unicorn. You know, my logic doesn't change. My game plan doesn't change. It has not reached one of the extremes of the range. I'm not interested. So, you guys do what you want with that. I don't care if this thing runs lower without me. I'd rather find discipline in my game plan than anytime price fluctuating makes me change what I'm doing. Like, in my opinion, the discipline is more important. So, I'm not looking at this. I understand why you guys are saying that. Going high, low, high, low. I understand why you're saying that, but doesn't fit my logic, doesn't fit my game plan. See what happens. More interested in seeing if oil short goes to full TP. Was the trade this morning. Do you look at weekly chart to form daily bias? Nope, I look at the daily chart to form daily bias. Feel free to throw any questions or comments in the chat. After we get a result to the oil position, we're going to wrap it up for the day. As we're sitting and waiting, feel free to throw any questions or comments in the chat, and we'll go over them now. Ash, can you compare and contrast 2022 model versus silver bullet versus unicorn? I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't trade the silver bullet. I don't trade the 2022 model. Anytime I don't have the information for something, I have to defer to somebody else. I can't sit here and provide low value responses. If I don't have the information for somebody, I'd rather point you to somebody else than give you some, you know, lower quality answer. I just don't trade the silver bullet, so can't really compare and contrast there. I can tell you about the unicorn because that's what I focus on. Do you focus on weekly stat as well? If you're talking about stat as in stat map, is that what you're referring to, Justin? If you get into a trade this year before 9:30, will you continue to hold the trade through 9:30? Yes. Stop loss will be placed. TP will be placed. It will be managed. I don't look at the weekly stat map. No, when I use the stat map, I use the daily projection. I'm a day trader, so I want to be taking advantage of the daily candle. Right? So here's a perfect example. Ready? Stat map, right? Here's your stat map levels. You pull up the settings so you can see. Right? I only use the daily projections because I'm trying to capture the daily range because I'm a intraday trader. daily projections will be daily levels in which you can execute intraday positions. I have a 60 look back, and I use the mean instead of the median. Okay? Those are the important settings that you need to know. And then when using StatMap, this is how I use it. The minus M to the plus M is always your defined range. These levels are automatically plotted by the StatMap. So you do not have to do any type of calculation. You just have to look at your chart and say plus M to minus M is your range. Once you get a defined range, right? Remember that consolidation profile conversation we had? Once you get a defined range, you wait for one of the extremes of the range to get engaged. Once one of the extremes of the range are engaged, then look for your entry function. High, swing low, high, new low, FVG aligned with the breaker block, unicorn. Okay, so step 1 is define the range. Step 2 is to find the manipulation. Right? You can find manipulation by looking at the extreme of the range. And when you look at the extreme of the range, look for your entry function. If you get defined manipulation, then you target the other side of the range. Right? So that same exact logic can answer why you saw me put a short on CL this morning. Right? Step 1, range. Step 2, manipulation. Step 3, target other side. How do we target the other side? Using our entry. Today, you said if we displace through previous day low, we will be bearish on NQ. When can we expect price to either displace through the low or continue higher? I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell the future, so I'm sorry, but I can't tell you when to expect that. Price can and will do whatever it wants, whenever it wants to. Right? I can't tell the future. We can see if that happens, right? Was my bias correct? Well, we have to wait for that information. We have to be objective to it. But it can tell the future. Ash, where can I find a written explanation of breaker block? Go to the resources section of the Discord. See all the information regarding unicorns and breaker blocks. Born on NQ now. Yes. People have 5 minute high, low. See if it plays out. I'm not executing it, so that's why you don't see it on my screen. Doesn't fit the logic of my game plan. From back to oil to see if we get a result here. Bring this up because I find focusing on the weekly stat map helps me trade less and still use the same entry function. That's perfect, Justin. If that's what works best for you, that is what you should move forward with. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. What does matter is if you're green or red. Nice way to describe how you use StatMap. It is still just a power of 3. I get it. That is exactly what's happening. Yep. Perfect, Ron. Yep. Whether you want to call it power of 3, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, open, high, low, close. I mean, there's terminology. There's a list of terminology at this point. It just keeps going. Yassine, I answered that exact question already earlier this morning. And it was your question that you asked. CRT. That's hilarious. Yeah, the markets were made hundreds of years ago. CRT was not around hundreds of years ago. So just put 2 and 2 together there. You guys got to realize that anybody that lives right now did not make anything with the stock market. I know I'm going to get under a lot of people's skin here, but you do realize that the market was made hundreds of years ago, right? So anybody that's claiming that they made something, I'm here to tell you that they didn't make it. The market was made hundreds of years ago before they were even alive. So think about that one. So possible SMT there at the low. ES swept the low. NQ did not. Wasn't it created by the Chinese? I don't know who created the market. That was the entire point to the conversation. Anybody that says that they created something, I'm here to tell you they didn't, because the market was created before they were even alive. Whoever did create the market, I'm going to have to research that one. If you use 5-minute entry on NQ right now, it would be a 70-point stop loss. Is that okay? Well, you are the risk manager. So if you are not accepting of the risk, then no, it would not be okay. Somebody else telling you whether a trade is okay or not is, I don't think that's the best way forward. I think independent thing. SMT at the highs as well. You guys know my game plan. I'm not interested in looking at shorts. I told you that I was looking at a consolidation profile. Still what I'm looking at. ES swept the low. So ES engaged the extreme of the range. NQ not. That would be bullish S&P at the lows. So we'll see if ES wants to back internal. Other than that, I'm not interested. You're not reading mine? Yeah, Kelvin, this is my stream, so I'm gonna watch the charts that I need to watch. I already spoke about gold. If you didn't catch it, then maybe just rewatch the stream, but I told you I'm watching a trade here, so that's what we're watching. I can't deter my own risk. Comment. All right, so any other questions or comments, feel free to throw it in chat. We are going to begin to wrap it up here. So last few minutes before wrap up. Beautiful move on oil this morning. What time frame alignment do I use the most? Hourly to 5 minute. The majority of my executions are on the 5 minute chart. Do I trade Monday to Friday on a normal week? Yes. If there's no days that I need to avoid, then yes. What's the main difference between the premium Discord and the free Discord? There's an entire course that is only in the premium group. There is 3 more live streams every single week that is only in the premium group. All information in the premium group is live information. As you can see in the public group, it's hindsight information. So live information, direct mentorship, along with a course and more live streams. This is inventories here on oil. It completes the move here. What do you think about December PA? Between November and December was my longest losing streak. That's what I have to think about that. The results show that November and December provided the most amount of losses in 2024. All right, so we're going to begin to wrap up stream. Another phenomenal morning this morning. I greatly appreciate everybody showing up. If you could please do me a favor, hit the sub button, like the video. That way you can be notified for the next live stream. We do these on Wednesdays for New York AM session. We also have the Discords. There's one public Discord and there's one premium Discord. If you would like to communicate any further, that's where we will be heading after this live stream. Just want to say thank you once again. I greatly appreciate everybody being here. I'm ready to continue relentlessly working and learning every single week this year. Let's get ready to crush 2025 and continue to keep working no matter the results. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm very grateful for every single one of you. I will see you guys in the Discord. Have a nice day, everyone.